You were never meant to carry all that pain, yet here you are, because no one ever taught you how to release it through the body. The ancient Egyptians knew, though, the emotional body, the ka as they called it, doesn't just feel, it actually remembers. It stores karmic residue, trauma, and untapped evolutionary potential. That's why they went to such elaborate lengths after death with their burial rituals. They removed the organs, they placed them in canopic jars, they even extracted the brain, and this was to prepare the soul for its next round. But what if you didn't have to wait for death to evolve? What if the rituals they prepared for in the tombs, you were born to embody in this life? In the Mind Chronicles Trilogy, Barbara Hand Clow reveals the ancient Egyptian truth. Memory is spherical. Time loops. Pain recycles. And unless it's processed through the body, it stays stuck in the flesh. That's why emotional pain shows up in the organs, in the hypothalamus, in the pineal gland, in the heart. And the Egyptians worked through these knots after death. But you were born into a different era. You were born at the turning of the ages, from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. When the veils are thinning, the karmic cycles are closing. And the technology of liberation, well, that's available now, because what is Aquarius? Ruled by Uranus, and that's liberation. We are the future that the ancient Egyptians dreamed of. The souls who would awaken not in tombs, but in living temples. And this is really where Kundalini Yoga and meditation comes in. It's not just a spiritual practice. It's actually a resurrection device right now. It's a sacred system to awaken the ka before it leaps out in death, to process the pain of your incarnations while you still have breath in your lungs. Now, in the age of Pisces, we hung from the cross. We were martyrs to our pain. We were bound by dogma. We waited for priests to tell us how to find God or absolve our sins. But now, the age of Aquarius says, you are the priest. You are the vessel. You are the water bearer, in fact. In Kundalini Yoga, that's the map. See, this is how it works. Mantra vibrates dormant neurons. Kriya, that stirs the slumbering soul. Breath floods the system with truth. And when that happens, when you do those things, the organs begin to remember and they release. The knots unravel. The timeline, it clears. Barbara Hand Clow writes, the knots and pain in our bodies are where our deepest secrets lie. And when you move through them consciously, you don't just heal yourself, you liberate your lineage. 7 generations back, 7 generations forward. So no, you don't need a tomb, you don't need a canopic jar, you need a mat, you need a mantra, you need your own spine. You are the temple now. You are the temple. And the technology to activate that temple, well, it arrived just in time. Because Kundalini Yoga, it was brought to the West at the dawn of the age of Aquarius, not by accident, but by design. Yogi Bhajan, he knew this ancient science wasn't meant to stay hidden in Himalayan caves. It was meant for a world on the brink of a spiritual awakening, but that risked having a spiritual burnout. A species at the edge of something new, something different, something that's never been done before. And he said, I'm not here to collect students, I'm here to train teachers. Because in the age of Aquarius, no one is coming to save us. We are here to remember how to save ourselves. And this technology was seeded into the West precisely when humanity needed it the most, as the Piscean structures of hierarchy, secrecy, and suffering began to crack under the weight of their own illusions. And this is what's happening right now. Kundalini Yoga is not just breath and posture. It's interdimensional hygiene. It's soul maintenance. It's a system for clearing the psychic debris of this life and the last. And really, it's how we activate the ka now, before death, before decay, while the soul still has a body to move through. And that brings us full circle, back to the Mind Chronicles. Barbara Hand Clow wasn't just describing ancient rituals. She was actually delivering a really beautiful cosmic roadmap, a reminder that trauma doesn't die with the body. It actually loops until it is alchemized. In this moment, this turning of the ages, that's when we are finally equipped to do just that. No pyramids, no priest, no elaborate death rituals. In fact, no death required at all. Just a willingness to feel the pain, move the breath, move the body, and then liberate the ka. And we do this one Kriya at a time, because the true mystery school, it was never hidden in stone. It's actually encoded in your spine. And the age of waiting, well, that's over. So tell me, what pain are you clearing? And I want to know, what are you bringing forward in this new age? This is an exciting time. This is a dynamic time. We can clear a lot of karma. So let's do it. And let's light up this new timeline, this new world. Satnam.